Winston, is Ahiafo still in control of this committee?
Well, I've heard people make a lot of comments about whether or not. I think also that Bernard Ahiafo may be following a lot of the commentary on social media. Look, you can actually disagree with the question that, Alexander Apenyomaking asked. You can say, oh, come on, Honorable Minority Leader. How do you expect the nominee to show this? So, oh, Mr. Chairman, and you say, oh, well, and the nominee you can actually say, no. I mean, Honorable Minority Leader, I cannot let you ask this question. That's a nice way of saying you've been overruled. But your question overruled. Look, if you ask me, I think that a question on someone showing how dance is performed at his vetting.
Is that the question that?
Yeah. So can you show us? I mean, we'll bring you the full subsequent, but can you show us? I do not think that was an appropriate question. I do not think that was an appropriate question. But again, you leave it to the nominee. I mean, the nominee is a lawyer. He's a lecturer. He certainly will be able to decide whether or not he wants to answer that question or not. He can simply say, I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, but I don't have that expertise.
Yeah.
I think that the problem also stems from how the chairman goes about, and even the tone. Listen to this carefully. The tone in his voice in itself. He's speaking, he's shouting and saying, would you withdraw or not? At that point in time, that's the kind of response you get. The moment you make it feel that you're commanding, the moment you make it feel like you have to do this at all costs, that person can say, I won't do it. And look, this vetting in itself is not the best of vetting that we've seen in this country. In fact, it's probably one of my worst vettings I've seen in this country.
Please say it well. You are talking about the committee, right?
Yes, this is the worst appointments committee I have seen. Because the questions are just substandard. And yet, even the hang parliament did not have this kind of problems with in the appointments committee. The subject matter, members who come there don't ask the relevant questions you expect. I don't know how we came back. I mean, I don't know how the appointments were made to the committee, and what you hear is like,
there's a guy who keeps popping up. I don't know if he's a member of the committee, but he keeps popping up to ask questions. And I'll be honest, I'm yet to be impressed by a single question he asked. And he passes unnecessary comments. He's the guy who told John Dumelo that he should try to be serious because this is not one of his acting jobs.
That's Abib Idris.
I mean, what did he think?
He's a deputy. Abib Idris. It's a deputy minority whip.
Hey.
Yes.
So what's his problem? Is this his contribution to determining whether these people can be ministers or not? To come and Charlie, the standard is poor. The standard is poor, and somebody has to say it, that this appointments committee, they don't seem to come prepared to vet these candidates. The questions are all over the place. The leadership of the committee is just, it's not convincing. You know what I mean? It's not. He's not a convincing leader. But he's a second deputy speaker, is he not? First deputy speaker. That's crazy, man. Because you have to be able to command without screaming. You have to be a person who inspires people to respond to your authority.
And look,
you can't be shouting at people.
Yes, I have heard Osei Chairman Sabunsu use similar words at Dua Jaho when he was first deputy speaker. This is whimsical, capricious, and bogus. All Dua Jaho said, and look, you would like Dua Jaho for how he goes about it. Honorable member, you are out of order. End of story. Okay? And look, when Dua Jaho goes about it, I mean, after all the complaints, you move on. What I am trying to say is simply this. If a minister, I mean, if your member says he's not going to apologize, and I felt that if the chairman felt unhappy, and sometimes you're using it if you say something is whimsical and it's capricious, and you say that the chairman is being rude, is arrogant, and he takes exception to it. I thought that Alexander Apanyomakin could have also apologized so that the vetting continues.
The whole thing started because he went to ask somebody to dance in an interview.
Yes.
I mean, do you think,
problem?
Do you think this is X Factor?
And that's the challenge.
I mean, come on, have some respect for the job you've been given. You're turning it into some kind of side show where all you are interested in is trending. You want to say things that will trend. You have a job to do. Get serious. You are the leader of the minority. Honestly, at this point, I don't even know what to say to these people anymore. These are the adults in the room. What kind of behavior is this?